Welcome back to Blind Man Morrison. Today we're talking about the normal running temperatures of components in your engine bay. Well, basically it's hot, but we're going to take it for a test drive, warm it up, and then we're going to give you some simple comparisons so you can see what's hot and what's not and where it should be. A big range, it's not a specific temperature, and see how it should actually be running. So let's take this 803 out for a spin. So here we are in the engine bay, and I've got my datum point, my cup of tea, and this should be about 75 to 80, but actually because we've been inside and walked back out again, the temperature's already dropped. It's running about 65 degrees, but it's a good, just about keep my hand on there for a few seconds, and that gives you a good indication of your heat ranges we're looking at. So we're going to start on the dynamo. Now that could be quite hot because, can I touch it? Yeah, that's cooler than the tea, I would have said.
Yeah, so that is 50.7.
So that is a good running temperature on a dynamo, and in fact it's cooler than my tea. What we're talking about here is there's not an exact temperature range. Every Morris is going to have a different temperature range in it because they drive in different areas, driving in different temperatures. The ambient temperature around it is going to affect the temperature in the engine bay, and it's 25 degrees here in the UK at the minute, and that dynamo is running beautifully cool at 50 to 55 degrees. Now they can go up to about 80 degrees. They start getting a bit interesting about 90 and go bad at about 100 to 110 degrees C. You will notice it because it will start making a noise and start smelling of burnt insulation and plastic, sort of a burnt electric smell, and it will start throwing solder everywhere. So you'll smell it before you hear it and see it.
So it should be similar or less than the temperature of you feeling your cup of tea.
Yeah, but if you're doing a lot of running,
yeah,
under load, so with lights and everything on the dynamo,
yeah,
that could be running at 70 degrees, and that feels hot. You can barely touch it, basically, but that's normal. That's okay. So let's have a look at the coil. You click the coil. I reckon that'd be about 40 to 50.
So that is 35. 35 to 36, that is.
Okay, so that is...
Do you want to feel it?
That is quite cool for a coil. That's lovely. That's a good running temperature for a coil. Again, that can run anything from 35 to 40 degrees right up to about 60. Anywhere around there, 60 is as hot as a cup of tea. That's okay. What's not okay is it being hot and cutting out. So if you cut out and you get out of the car and go and touch your coil, and it's absolutely so hot you can't touch it, the coil's broken down and it's failed. But if you can hold your hand on there for more than about 5 seconds, and that's much cooler than this tea. So that's running well.
Should we do the control box?
Control box, that'll be ambient temperature, running about 30.
Yeah, so that temperature actually is 42.
Yeah.
That control box is running at. Do you want to feel that?
Yeah, I would have thought, to be honest, again, we're talking about...
Left.
No, that's much cooler than that. I don't know why you got that temperature reading.
That's what it says it is.
That's really cool, that control box.
Isn't it interesting? But yeah, nice and cool that one should run.
Yeah. So obviously the engine block's going to be running around 90 to 110 degrees because it's hot.
Yeah, look at that. I'll just go onto the engine block itself. Yeah, so that's come down a bit because we stopped driving, but that's about 80 now.
Yeah, so let's have a look at, maybe the thermostat housing might give you a better reading if you go onto that. Yeah, there.
Yeah, so that's 70.
Oh, is it?
It's come down since we've been driving.
Oh, anyway, so it should be running around 90 to 100. Your engine block, that's its normal operating temperature, which is completely normal. Let's have a look at the fuel pump. I mean, that's lukewarm. That'll be 25 to 35.
That is 42.
I'm nowhere near, am I? So 42's, yeah.
It's lukewarm. You'd expect it to feel lukewarm because it's similar to your body temperature. That's about right.
It gets cooled by the fuel passing through it, like the carburetor. So have a look at the carburetor. Yeah, so the manifold on there is hot as Hades. Come over to the carburetor where the fuel's running through it. A lot cooler. If you do a temperature reading off that and then the carb, you can see the difference. You can show.
There we go. So the manifold is 123. The intake manifold, the one that's attached to the carb, is 123. The one below it actually is 81.
Right.
And then the carb itself,
40.
is about 44, 45, that is.
Yeah.
And the battery.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the radiator as well.
Battery's cool.
Yeah.
25, 35.
So that's 41.
Okay, I'm nowhere near, am I? It's about 40 degrees. That's the ambient temperature, isn't it?
Yeah, it's warm today.
So what you're looking for on your radiator is hot at the top, cooler at the bottom. So you're looking at, if you come from my side here, you'll be able to do the top and the bottom. There's temperature difference up here to down there.
Okay, so the top temperature is 71.
Yeah.
And if I go right at the bottom there we go, it's 55.
Yeah, so you know the radiator's doing what it should.
The lower I go, the lower it drops.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what it's like on the pipe, leading back to the block.
This one here?
So that big, where am I?
There, in a bit there, that one there?
Yeah, that one there, that's the pipe you're looking at.
That one there is 45 degrees.
So the top temperature on the radiator was what?
70.
So there's 25 degrees difference, so it's being cooled nicely through the radiator back to the block, and that's what you're sort of looking for. Its temperature ranges, there's no correct temperature that you're looking for. I wouldn't suggest buying an infrared thermometer and then getting panicky and paranoid about your heat in the engine bay.
Do compare it with your cup of tea.
Yes.
So your cup of tea should be similar in temperature to your dynamo and your coil. It should be, your cup of tea should be hotter than your control box, your battery, your fuel pump, your carb,
and the bottom of the radiator.
The engine will be hotter than everything.
Yeah. And
the manifold will be even hotter.
The exhaust pathway out of the manifold to the exhaust should be running around, I don't know, is it 150, 200, something like that? It's really hot.
Really, really hot. Yeah. And the exhaust itself, if I just do that, I can get in there and do that. Hang on. See, that's cooled down already, look.
Yeah.
46. And the radiator should be hotter at the top than it is at the bottom. Yeah, if it's the same temperature all the way across when you feel it, then it's not doing what it should do, because it should be cooling the water that enters it as it goes through it.
Yeah, but the ranges could be different. So obviously if you've been running a lot in traffic in town in hot weather like today, because you haven't got the flow through of air through the rad, and even with the fan belt pulling the air through the rad, your top temperature and your bottom temperature of the radiator, the difference between them is going to be quite narrow. But actually, when you're doing a long run on a big piece of open road, the top temperature is going to be running around 70, 80 degrees, something like that, maybe a bit more. And the bottom temperature is going to be 20, 30 degrees cooler than that. That means your engine's being cooled properly. So just as a comparison to the 1954, which we took out and showed you with a dynamo, it is an engine that runs an alternator. Now, we've done a lot of big open road driving, running around 55 miles an hour on dual track in the UK. The ambient temperature around here was about 20 today, wasn't it? Quite lovely driving
2021.
So the alternator is
40 degrees.
Yeah, perfect. Coil down there on the side.
Yeah, it's a funny place it is, wasn't it? So that is 43 on that.
Yeah.
The engine block itself. Let me just try the thermometer a minute. That's 65 on the thermostat. 52 on the head. Battery's 34. Now this is a Hardy fuel pump on here, nobody look.
It's cold.
34. Carburettor 34. Obviously the manifold there is 90, and the intake manifold there 113, exactly as it was on the other block. So that's really interesting, isn't it?
Try the radiator.
And I'll just go round to the radiator. So at the top here, yes, that's 56 at the top, and about 44 at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I just do that in that pipe there. So that's 46. No, it's dropping. Yeah, about 46 on that main hose there. And I think that's all of it, isn't it?
Yeah. And that is, I think that shows you the difference with driving at around 50, 55 on an open road, where the engine's at reasonably low revs. It's not working very hard. The alternator's not under much load, so it was really cool. And this is a new engine basically, so it's going to run as cool as it's going to get. It's really clean. the carburetor's been set up. It's really sweet. It's got a decent distributor in it.
Oh, and we've also got the fuel line, haven't we?
I moved
round.
it. Yeah, moved it all
And
around.
we've got the heat shield, the
Yeah.
Grumpy's heat shield kit fitted on this one as well, just in case. So yeah, there you go. Interesting comparison.
There we are. So it's all about ranges, not about specific numbers. It's all about your cup of tea.
And knowing
the 3 T's.
Yes. Touch.
Touch. If it's too hot to touch, it's probably too hot. Especially with the coil. If you can't put your hand on it and it smells like it's burning, it's probably starting to fail. But you tend to get warnings before that: misfiring, cutting out, spluttering. The engine wanting to cut out of junctions and stuff. It could be the coil. If the coil's really piping hot, so hot you can't touch it. Not like that. That's okay. That's normal operating temperature. Anywhere between 50 and 75 degrees is okay on a coil. Dynamo can get very hot. It's anywhere between 50 and 80 or even 90 degrees on a dynamo. It's only when you start smelling it and it starts screaming at you, there's an issue. I think
so compare your tea with your touch.
Touch, tea.
And it should give you a good idea. Can I drink my tea now?
No. It's too hot. And on to the next job.